Welcome to Moonshadow Psychic Readings. I am very sorry for the massive delays, everyone. Um, there was a lot going on, and I just discovered that I did not upload the Taurus season reading, so I'm doing that for you now. Here we have an oracle card for all of you, particularly those born in Taurus, but also who have strong placements. But I'll also draw a few cards at the end for those of you of various signs, just so you get something out of this reading as well, because I obviously have been a bit absent. So let's have a look. The time is now. The moment is here. That's what this one says. Present moment awareness. So it's telling you to value your spiritual journey. The present moment is what matters. Your body knows it, your cells do it, so listen. Each cell in your body keeps running in a state of dynamic equilibrium or balance. Homeostasis, or staying the same, is the body's goal and it should be yours too. But external forces interfere. Stress causes panic, anxiety, and the rest. The ego gets involved, wanting to be right or resistant or angry. You are tossed around on the tides of life. You are out of control, but control is an option. Being in the present moment is being in control. Trust in yourself and value your spiritual healing journey. Be holistic. Take care of things. Respect others. Meditate. Find your center and return there whenever you need to. So remember this card. Something important in there for everyone who will see this reading. Okay, so the first card for the Taurus season reading, and sorry for the big light in the way, but it's the Nine of Cups. And this card just kept shooting out during the shuffle. So I knew this had to be your card, which represents, basically represents you in the situation, what you've been set up for in this particular journey that we're going to uncover here. Now we're going to see what is pending for you at the present moment. The Six of Coins. I feel it's a gift, maybe some help coming in, but it's going to balance you out. Remember what we said about homeostasis in here? The equilibrium. Yeah. The body keeps running in a state of dynamic equilibrium or balance. Homeostasis, or staying the same, is the body's goal and it should be yours too. That doesn't mean that we don't try to grow and evolve, but keeping yourself, your body, your spirit in a state of balance, that's really important. Okay, so this is already playing up things for you. Okay, next we're going to look at what you already know. Something you already know is the Page of Cups. I'm getting a real childhood energy here. The Page of Cups, is learning to become a knight. It's like the knight squire. But they're in a state of learning. Cups is emotions. You may feel a little bit left behind, like you haven't grown emotionally like everyone else, or like everyone else seems to have. But maybe you're just more reflective, looking back, when everyone else is moving forward. Chances are, not everyone is as together as they may like you to believe. In fact, I can guarantee they won't be. But some people are, and you learn from them. And if that's what you want to be, just focus on the energy of evolving and going on that emotional journey to be more in control, like it says. So, yeah. Okay, this is a message from your higher self, the Hermit. I think it reflects this. You need time alone to reflect, to sort out all this inside. Shine a light on your inner darkness so you can work on those things so that you can evolve from page to night. The past up to now is your next card, which needed an extra shuffle. The Knight of Swords. You're kind of grabbing the sword by the blade. It's like, what's that phrase? Grabbing life by the balls or something? I don't know. Whatever that phrase is I'm trying to say is, just grab it and go for it. He's strong, he's determined, he's got an idea in his head of where to go. So maybe you have a strong idea of the past. For some of you, maybe you were very strong and stubborn-minded in the past, just charging forward with this kind of certainty, which may or may not have been the truth, but you believed it, so that was enough for you. So that was the past up to the present moment. So let's look at the present moment, moving forward within a couple of months. You've become the Fool. You're letting go of these fixed ideas in your head, this strict, stern, kind of pushing forward energy, pushing forward regardless, and you're learning to have fun, be more carefree. I think there might be an opportunity for something here, because you got he's holding a wand of passion. Alright, what has the universe prepared for you? Okay, I think there's some lesson to learn here. Seven of Swords. This could be devious or deceptive energy. On the other hand, it could be learning to think outside the box, getting different ideas about how to accomplish something. Now this guy is taking the swords of the other army so that they can't go to war the next day if they don't have weapons. But you know, he's carrying quite a load himself. Can he carry those extra swords? The whole army or attack force's swords? That's going to be quite difficult. Here he's already struggling, so he has to think outside the box about how to get the other swords. But maybe there's another way to do things. See that sword energy again? That's a reflection of the past, that sort of stubborn energy charging forward. This guy was so quick to charge forward, he picked up the sword by the blade instead of the handle. Now's a time for consideration, learning new ways. I feel like the squares that are shaped like diamonds here, I feel like something about diamonds might be relevant to you in some way. Take it as it resonates, if it resonates for you at all. Okay, and this represents something in your environment. Temperance. Yeah, I'm getting that sort of balance again. You need to learn to balance a couple of things. Maybe get grounded is important, because we have the red of the root chakra there, but the feet are flying freely. There's no solid ground beneath this person, so you need to bring your different sides together to find some stable ground. I feel like there's a lot of kind of creative freedom in your environment. Next is what is for and against the situation. The Eight of Swords. Again, this sword's energy. You're keeping yourself blinded and trapped in a situation. This character could walk out of there. She could, even with her hands tied, she could pull that blindfold off. If she's aware that there are swords, she's scared to move, but if she's aware that there are swords, then she's aware that there are sharp things around her that can cut her hands free. So really, she's choosing inaction. You need to choose the right action at the right time. But maybe you also need to learn about the consequences of the wrong actions, charging in regardless. Okay, further into the future, like 4 months' time. Two of Swords, look at that. You're removing the blindfold. Okay, that looks like good progress from there. But then there's something unexpected in your journey, which is the Ace of Wands, your passion being ignited. I feel this thing in the next couple of months that has you carefree and just indulging in things, maybe not being so kind of strict and rigid. It's going to help you find your passion. And I may not have specified here just about how much this Nine of Swords, I think I jumped off somewhere, sorry about that. The Nine of Swords is very much this happy energy. There's a lot of celebration going on. You see all the cups being shared. Hopefully this is not one man drinking all those cups. That would be a sign that you may need help in something. Take it as it resonates. There may be a message there for some of you, but this is sharing success and celebration with you. So it's interesting that it's followed by this balance coming into play. Maybe don't party so hard, don't indulge too much, but maybe you also need someone to come in and help bring balance and share the load a bit. If this was your past of being too kind of racing forward, too rigid in your thoughts, that need to sort of break free, and then the unexpected finding of your passion. So, you don't know how much this will affect the situation, and that's the moon. So maybe check out the moon phases, and if you get a touch of the crazies during full moons, it's perfectly understandable. You may need to just be aware of that energy coming into your space as you're going on this journey and you're removing the blindfold. So just keep your emotions in check. Remember, you're on an emotional learning journey, uncovering stuff within yourself. Yeah, I'm actually getting a bit of a feeling that there could be some of you out there that have been too kind of indulgent. Maybe you do have a bit of an addiction to something, for example, alcoholism. So you may need to find the root cause of that in your darkest depths. Don't be afraid to explore those parts of you. They are important to get sorted. Okay. Now, your best course of action. This sort of popped up in the shuffle, so not surprised it appeared. Yeah, you need some clarity of direction. The bird can't fly while it's got the mask on, the blinkers. And this is all about you taking the blindfold off. Stop being blind to your weaknesses or your traumas that you're avoiding. It's time to go in, get help where you need it. I feel like help is there to help you stabilize and balance out and move forward with strength in your emotions, because this character is looking back. So the only way to turn around and move forward is shine light on those dark depths that need attention and investing in that. See, this is someone who's successful but doesn't have direction, doesn't know how to invest their wealth. This is about investing in yourself so that you can uncover the truth of things. Your outcome then. Oh, good card, the Sun. Joy, power, celebration, everything. That's you coming into your ultimate power. That is absolutely brilliant. So I think there's some strong messages and things to follow. Please rewatch and you know, take a screenshot of these things if you need to. I think these will be important for you. I know we're already getting to the end of your season, but Taurus season is just the beginning of this story. So take it as it resonates, because this is just the start of things to go forward. And as you see, we're covering a few months towards the end of the year here. So yeah, there's good advice in here. So I'm going to pull a card now for each of the different elements. So let's start with earth signs. So that's Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. The Hanged Man. That's that waiting period. A break is needed, and that's probably reflective of this. You need to stop and pay attention to something to get that balance. Alright, who's next? How about air signs? Air signs, so is that Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius? Okay, you've got the Two of Coins. Again, there's another balance energy. I think this shows that the energy is irrelevant for this Taurus period. This is the start of the equation. Finding that balance. There's some kind of decision you're going to have to make in something in order to move forward. Maybe you need to weigh up if these two things you're working on are both helping you or are they hindering you. I mean, while you're holding the two, you're kind of balanced on the tightrope. But if you're too focused on these things or focused on one more than the other, then you're at risk of kind of losing your footing. So just make sure you're only carrying what is important to you. And if both things are not important, maybe you need to get your focus and balance right. Water signs. Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. You have the World. This reminds me of the Temperance card. You've got the power. I feel like there's some direction for you to follow. It could be an actual journey, maybe across the world, but you're bringing things together. You could be bringing people together in some way. Maybe you're like this. You've got these two things you're focusing on and finding a way to unite them. They could be two things you're working on, two forms of work or occupation. It could be two parts of yourself that need to come into alignment. Again, that balance message is coming through more and more. Okay, let's get to the fire signs. Aquarius, Sagittarius, and Leo. The Star. Yeah, again, it's balance through and through. She takes water to feed the land and the trees and the plants, but she also gives back to the water so that the river doesn't run dry, sort of thing. What you want, you should also give. Put out there the things that you want to see in your life. Put them out there yourself as well. Like can attract like. It's not all opposites like magnets. If you're thinking in a negative mindset of lacking and have-nots, then how do you expect to achieve more, like abundance, when you're thinking in a state of lack? So put that energy out there of being grateful for what you have, and that gratitude will bring more in. There's definitely a certain balancing within and without. It's reflected in this one for you, because that candle in there is actually the star that he's holding. That's wisdom, illumination. And he's using that to shine a light inward, to uncover those awkward truths of things, to get to the reason why he's doing things he's doing and making certain unhealthy choices. Understand why you might be thinking in lack, or whatever your personal situation is. Once you uncover the source, you can acknowledge it and start to make peace with it. And never be afraid to seek help and guidance from someone who will be there for you, or a professional. It will do you good. If you have trouble staying the course, you need some sense of accountability, that might help you. Do what's right for you. But this is the Taurus season energy. If this already looks familiar to what you've been experiencing over the past month, then this is very definitely got something in it for you. Apply it to your specific life and circumstances as you will. Yeah, I'll be back very soon to do the next phase, which I believe is Gemini. So yeah, check out that one very soon, and I'll get back to regular videos promptly. I'm doing a lot of live readings and such at the moment, one-on-one sessions for people, so that's also made it a little hard, but there's been a bit of traveling and other stuff I've been doing, so yeah, I'm just trying to get back into a bit of balance myself here. So apologies for the lateness of the video, and I hope you've had a good month, and I hope this brings you good guidance for your plans going forward.